Hello everyone, welcome to Home Cooking with me Hema Subramanian. We all love to explore and try other cuisines, and today I'm going to share two wonderful Mexican delights that you can absolutely enjoy and easily make at home. Let's get started and check out these wonderful recipes.
For this recipe, I've taken 1 cup of long grain basmati rice. Just wash it a few times. And keep it aside. For the tomato puree, I'm blanching 4 small tomatoes. Now you can also use store-bought tomato paste or tomato puree. The tomatoes are blanched. Turn off the stove. Remove the tomatoes from the hot water. Cool it completely. Transfer the blanched tomatoes to a mixer jar. To this I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of chili powder. I'm just going to give it a bit of flavor. Just grind it to a nice fine puree. Now if you get ready-made tomato paste, you can use that as well. To a nice wide pan, add 1 tablespoon of oil and 1 tablespoon of butter. First add 4 cloves of garlic finely chopped. Next add 2 small onions finely chopped. Saute the onions and garlic. Once the onions are transparent, I'm going to season it with 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon pepper, half teaspoon cumin powder. So just give it a quick mix. Now add the washed long grain basmati rice. Gently stir it. Mix it along with the onions and the garlic. Make sure you do this gently because you don't want to break the rice. So we're going to just toast the rice a little bit to get those flavors out before we add all the other ingredients. So just keep the flame on medium-low while doing this. Stir it for about 2 minutes. So to this I'm going to add a few vegetables, starting with 1 small green capsicum, 1 small red capsicum or red bell pepper, finely chopped, 1 yellow bell pepper. If you have sweet corn, you can use sweet corn or you can use the yellow bell pepper. 1 small carrot, chopped, a few green peas. So gently mix all the vegetables along with the rice. Wow, that looks so colorful. So if you notice, all the vegetables are cut to the same size, so that way they cook evenly. So once you've added the vegetables and you've mixed it along with the rice, now I'm going to add the tomato puree. So after adding the tomato puree, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of oregano. I'm adding the oregano in the end because I wanted to retain the flavors better. It's a very simple yet very tasty one-pot dish. It's got a lot of nice flavors. Finally, I'm going to add 2 cups of water. For better flavor, you can use 2 cups of chicken stock or vegetable stock. If not, just plain water will be enough. Before you close the pan, check for seasoning if you need a little salt. Make sure the seasoning is correct. Reduce the flame to a low and cook the rice for about 20 minutes. Wow, that looks amazing. So after 20 minutes, I've turned off the stove and let's check and see if the rice is cooked. You can see the rice is cooked perfectly. It's absorbed all the water. Let it rest for a few minutes before you serve. I'm just gently mixing it, not too much. For the tortillas, first we are going to mix the dough. To a bowl, take 2 heaped cups of all-purpose flour, that is maida. To this add 1 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon baking powder. So just mix everything. Next add 5 tablespoons of oil. So you can just use regular cooking oil, you can use olive oil, or you can use melted butter. So just mix all this together first. So gradually pour some hot water. So this is not boiling hot water, or it's not just lukewarm. It has to be hot enough so you can touch it and you'll be able to mix it well. So gradually pour in the hot water and start mixing the dough. So knead the dough for about 3 to 4 minutes till it's all well combined and you get a nice, even and smooth surface. So you can see I've kneaded the dough, it's got a nice smooth surface. Close the bowl and let the dough sit for about 2 hours at room temperature. So the dough has been sitting for about 2 hours now. Now we're going to divide the dough into equal sized dough balls and we're going to roll it out. So divide the dough into equal sized balls. Dust the rolling surface with some flour. Place one of the dough balls. Just sprinkle a little bit of the flour. Make sure it's completely coated. Roll it out a bit thin and even on all sides. So we're going to make them nice and flat. So you can see I've rolled it out nice and thin. Make sure all the sides are of equal size because you don't want it thicker on the edges. So now we're going to cook the tortillas. Take a nice white tawa, heat the tawa and maintain the flame on medium throughout. So you can see the pan is hot. Place the rolled out dough. You can see those little bubbles coming up. So I'm just going to flip it to the other side now. You can cook for about 30 to 40 seconds on each side. Once you make the tortillas, place them in a cloth. By wrapping them in the cloth, the tortillas won't dry up and they'll be soft. So next I'm going to make the vegetable filling for the quesadillas. For this, to a bowl, add 1 cup of cooked corn kernels. Next add 1 small onion finely chopped, a piece of capsicum finely chopped. So you can use any color of your choice. So I'm using the green and the red capsicum, 1 green chilli finely chopped. So if you don't want it spicy, you can cut out the green chilli. Add a few chopped coriander leaves. So next I'm going to season it with 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon mixed herbs. Just mix everything. So the vegetable filling is done. Keep this aside. So now we're going to make the quesadillas. For this, take a nice white tawa or a pan. Grease the skillet with some oil. Maintain the flame on a medium-low. So now we're going to start placing all the fillings for the quesadillas. So I'm starting with some grated cheese. So we're just going to place everything on one side of the tortilla.
Next, add the prepared vegetables. Now add the salsa. I've already made a video on how to make salsa. We'll give the link in the description. You can check it out and make it. Now place more cheese on top. Now close the tortilla and gently press it. So continue to cook on medium-low flame. So you can actually see all the cheese melting.
So once it's cooked on one side, I'm gently going to flip it to the other side. So this is a easy technique. Do whichever you want.